Episode 4 of my road to glory. This is year 1 of 2 at Eastern Michigan, and I'm finally excited to be able to step onto the field and play at the quarterback position. This turned out to be really fun to transfer to Eastern Michigan and really get to enjoy the non-Power 5 schedule and just kind of the atmosphere and feel. Since this is my first gameplay, I'm going to show the full first possession and drive we have against Michigan. Then I'll start to skip around. This video will be longer than the ones I put out so far, but again, it's just kind of highlights here and there and showing the final scores of our 2 years here at Eastern Michigan. This was actually a really fun experience to play here. It was a good 2 years. We had some great games. We beat some good teams in the bowl games that we had, just a little preview. But it was a fun experience at the 2 years here at Eastern Michigan before I transfer out my senior year. Again, drop in the comments below where you think I'm going to be my senior year. But overall, some fun gameplay to come in these games. And as you see, we get stopped here and we'll punt on our first possession versus Michigan. I can't believe that we opened against Michigan and then against Indiana. Like I said, Michigan, the reigning champs in this game, and then Indiana's a top 10 team next week. So this game turns out to be a crazy one, and so does the Indiana game. So enjoy these highlights as they roll. And like I said, I couldn't believe that we held our own here against Michigan. As you'll see, this is going to be our first touchdown of the game. We're only down 10-7. This next clip, we're going to get the exact same play to run this crossing route, except we've got 91 yards to get. And here you see him cutting across. There's no safety on the backside, which means he's going to go all the way to the house. We're going to go up 14-10 on Michigan late in the third quarter. But they're going to get the ball back. They get a couple more touchdowns to go up 24-14. You'll see in this next clip, we have the ball back in the red zone, about to score, but the time is only a minute left. So this touchdown is going to make it 24-21, but it's too late, and the champs survive this one. Now we're on the road against Indiana, another top 10 team, and this is another crazy finish to this game. We're here in the red zone. We're about to score against Indiana. Looking to go up 7-0, trying to get the ball in the end zone. Step back, pass, another crossing route. It's a touchdown. So we go up 7-0, and we tack on a couple field goals later to make it 13-3. Right before the halftime, we have the ball. We're in control. Now, if you take a look, this game's been raining the whole entire time, but I make a huge pass to pick up a first down. We were already first down, but then now I step back, I throw it, and it gets picked off. My first interception. And this is actually, you see, I only have 84 yards before halftime. A lot of my other games, I've had like 150 yards before halftime. Like, I'm throwing the ball well. But this game in the rain caused me to be passing poorly the whole entire time. But then now I hand it off, I don't pass. And this guy, this running back here at Eastern Michigan, he was a stud. I just hand the ball off to him constantly, let him go get those yards, and we're up late against Indiana. So now, again, 2 minutes to go. I just have to have a good 2-minute drill. We pick up the first down, and they have to call their first timeout in that situation. Now, I'm going to run the ball off. He gets stopped and tackled, and it's an injury timeout, which means they don't have to burn a timeout and the clock stops. Now I make a really silly move. I step back and I throw. It's incomplete. It's third down. All hope has seemed to be lost, but here I have to pass, and we get the first down. That's huge. They have to call their second timeout. I think this game is done. It's over. I just have to run the ball. I know what to do. They stop us. They call another timeout, so it will be second down, and they still have the 2-minute warning. So I run the ball again. We get stopped. We're clearly in field goal range. I know the field goal doesn't win me the game, but I'm like, okay, we can do this. But as you see, we get stopped here. We do make this field goal to go up 23-17 with a minute and 45 left. But on this next clip, it shows the final score. Indiana scored with 2 seconds left, and they won 24-23. So in 2 weeks, we couldn't beat Michigan nor Indiana, but they were great games. Now we get to come out at home, and I honestly, green's my favorite color, so this kind of, I didn't pick them because they were green, but this kind of worked out in my favor. I am going to change the uniforms for when we have home games. It wasn't in this game. I think I changed them the next time we had a home game. But I love the field that it's gray and green. We're just going to jump straight here to the end. This was a blowout versus the FCS team, but I'm about to throw my 4th touchdown for 280 yards. I just wanted to show this final clip, and I get my first win here at Eastern Michigan. Now, game number 4 is a battle of the greens. You see, I have made my jersey changes to those gray tops with the green pants. I think that matches well with our field, but this is a battle against Marshall, so we got a lot of green going on in this game. And here's my first touchdown of the game. I love these crossing routes. He just comes across the field, hit him in stride, and it's an easy touchdown. 2nd and goal here, tied ball game versus Marshall right before halftime, trying to get this touchdown. I'm going to hit him late on this curl route, but he still grabs it, and we're going to go up 17-10 heading into halftime. Now I get to show off my dual threat ability. I'm going to show off the wheels a little bit here. Don't do this much, but when I get the opportunity, I see that nobody's really spying on me. I get the chance to get a huge pickup, which is going to set up field goal, which ends up being the final score we have. You see we're in victory formation, and we're going to win this one 27-24 over Marshall at home. Now we're at home again versus UMass, and we're down here 14-7, but we're going to connect on a big play for a big touchdown to tie this up right before halftime. Then our defense is going to get a quick stop. We're going to get the ball back with a minute to go, and we're going to score again before halftime. Right here, we're going to go up 21-14, and this is pretty much all she wrote in this one. We blow UMass out to go to 3-2 and move on to week 6. Here in week 6 versus Ball State, this is the unclip that I'm going to put in here. It's a pass that I didn't think was going to go for a touchdown, but the defense forgets all about him, and he's able to take it to the house. And again, this is the unclip that I have for this game because we blow Ball State out 27-7 the final. Here are my final stats in this one. You might think the pass yardage is down, but we're a run-heavy offense. And I can't pick my own plays, so the coach decides what we run, and a lot of times that's a run of the ball. Game number 7 on the road against Buffalo, and I wanted to throw this clip in here, number 1, to show off this beautiful touchdown pass, but also to show off Buffalo's stadium. Buffalo might have had the best stadium we traveled to throughout the year, just beautiful backdrop. I know you couldn't see it there much, but it was a beautiful stadium, beautiful day here playing in Buffalo. This, again, is a one-clip game because we blew Buffalo out big time in this one, improving to 5-2 on the year. Here's my final stat line. Just 2 touchdowns. Like I said, we're a run-heavy offense, so we ended up with 42 points, but a lot of that's on the ground rushing touchdowns for my guy Clay. Here, this was a huge rushing touchdown for him. I just want to throw that in there too. He was a beast all year long for us. Game 8 is at home versus Ohio. This is another green-on-green matchup. And again, I want to throw this clip in here because, number 1, look at this evading of the tackle, stepping up, taking a pop, but still finding the guy for the touchdown. That was a good touchdown for me. But I also want to point out that it had been a while between recording the last game to this game. And I made a silly move because I had us in green jerseys instead of our home gray. So if you notice that the jerseys are different, I forgot if they were gray tops or green tops, and I went with green tops and gray bottoms when they should have been gray tops and green bottoms. So if you figure that out, if you saw that, it had been a while in between my recordings, but we, again, dominate this game. I left this clip in here because this is my first 300-yard game. Game number 9 on the road against Northern Illinois. This performance in the first half is going to be my best performance so far. I put up 5 touchdowns. I became a gunslinger in this first half. Here's touchdown number 1. Again, we had big explosive plays all year long where I would just throw it on some crossing routes and they would just go get it and then turn upfield and not be stopped. Here's another guy cutting across the middle of the field. Hit him in stride. It's a touchdown. Like I said, 5 touchdowns. I ended the game with 315 yards, I think, with 5 touchdowns. Those 5 touchdowns all coming in the first half. Here's another deep play. He gets it and just turns up the field and goes in for the touchdown. This was the type of game I was waiting to put on, and finally the coach picked more passing plays for us to run. Like I said, we usually are a run-heavy offense, but this time the coach was just giving us good passing plays, and The receivers were able to make some cuts up the field. There you see again just a normal crossing route over the middle, and he just turns up with no safety behind him and takes it all the way to the house. And here's touchdown number 5 in the first half, put up 35 points. Again, that was one of my favorite plays, was having a double cross on that slant and just timing it perfect when they both crossed each other. Then it kind of looks like a pick and in for the touchdown, and there's the final score, and there's the final stat line: 315 yards, 81% completion, and 5 touchdowns. We are under the lights here at home. I love a good nighttime game. This environment was rocking, and we're here against Kent State, and Kent State brought the energy as well. This game was close throughout, and here I have my first rushing touchdown, what I believe to be my first rushing touchdown, but this game was close throughout. We did end up scoring 10 in the fourth to make it a 24-7 win, but it was tight throughout, but we were able to get the dub and move to 8-2. Looking for our 9th win in a row. It's another tight game on the road against Bowling Green. And I drop back, and again, I don't have many opportunities open, so I take it with the feet, and I get in for a huge rushing touchdown. I had a rushing touchdown in the last game, and I'm getting one here again. My second rushing touchdown, and this was actually huge. We go up 21-14. We do score another touchdown late to end the game at 28-14. We win our 9th in a row and look to finish 10-2 to end the regular season. It's rival week against Central Michigan to finish out the year, looking for a good warm-up for the conference championship game. We know we got to come in here with a win, and that's exactly what we ended up doing. These are just a couple clips. This is early in the game, just showing a nice first down, and then next clip is a late touchdown, but we ended up taking care of business at home. We finished the regular season 10-2, and next week we play Akron in the championship game. Here we are, MAC championship game, and this is the first possession, and I told you this guy was a beast. Look at him get tackled almost. He breaks the tackle, and he's taking this to the house. First handoff of the game is a touchdown, and he dominated this game. Run after run, countless opportunities he had. And he really set the table for us there on that first possession. And I want to be like him. So I'm going to drop back. They're playing prevent defense. And I see this right away. No rushing coming. I'm going to step. I'm going to fake like I'm going to throw it. And then I'm going to run and get that first down to set us up the drive later. And I'm going to hit this crossing route again. My favorite play, in for the touchdown. That was huge for us. And we go on to win our first MAC championship under my reign as quarterback. End of the year awards, the Heisman Trophy goes to SMU's quarterback Walker White. And up next, we get chosen to play against Duke in the Game Above Sports Bowl. And then here are the 12 teams that made this year's 2028 championship playoff. Here in our first possession of the game, I told you I trust this guy. The coach trusts this guy. I'm going to hand it off. I know he's going to get me 7. A spin move in for the touchdown. We go up 7-0. But this next clip is by far my best accomplishment so far of my career. It is a Hail Mary situation. I'm going to flank out off 1 foot, defender running at me, and this is going to be caught in the end zone. And I actually paused the game so fast that I didn't get a replay. So here we are, fast forward to the 4th. This is a big-time touchdown to seal the win. We get the bowl win over Duke, ending my first year at Eastern Michigan. I'm ready for year 2 to roll around, and quickly I'm going to show you who ended up winning the championship. USC defeats Texas to win the 2028 championship. We open season 2 on the road against San Jose State, and here's my first touchdown of this season. This is the only clip from this game. We beat San Jose State 31-15 to start our year.
first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other.
Here in week 2, we have the FCS team come to town. This is one of my 3 touchdowns I have in this game, threw for almost 300 yards, and we win big time versus the FCS team, moving to 2-0 to start our year.
If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing
Week 3 at home versus Stanford. We're down 14-7, but I'm going to make a nice pass here on this crossing route. And he kind of gets screened there, ironically, but he's going to go all the way down in for the touchdown. We tie things up at 14. Now we're in the fourth quarter, closing on 2 minutes to go. I'm just looking to ice this game, so I'm going to run out. I've got space. I do a nice spin move, and I get the first down, but in doing so, I fumble the ball, and now Stanford has the chance to come down and tie us. And look at that cocky dance he just did. That was hilarious, and I think that cockiness backfired on him because Stanford does not score. Our defense stops them, and we win this game 21-14 to move to 3-0. At home in game number 4 versus Georgia Southern, and this was a great game. We couldn't shake the Eagles here. I'm going to run in for a nice rushing touchdown. But this was a great game. The Eagles stayed around. We needed this touchdown big time. And now we're here in the fourth quarter. I don't want a repeat of last week fumbling the ball, so I'm going to hand it off to my running back, and he's going to keep the ball, getting in for the touchdown. And you see the Eagles scored again there. And like I said, they just wouldn't go away. Every time we scored, they scored. A great game, but we hold on to move to 4-0. Next week is up, and we are home again. We are having a lot of home games here to start this season. It's the Battle of the Greens, Ohio versus Eastern Michigan. We're the dominant green, though. We're going to come away with an easy win versus them to move to 5-0. We're off to a great start so far. I put up 4 touchdowns and 311 yards in this game. We're clicking on all cylinders to start the season, and I'm excited to see where the season goes.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team.
Game number 6 on the road against Buffalo, and here we are down again. But that's not going to be for long as I hit this guy cutting across the field. He's going to get in for the touchdown, a diving touchdown there as we tie this game. It's clutch time in the fourth. We need the touchdown, and there is the crossing route I need. He's in. We take the lead, and that's going to do it. We stay unbeaten on the road. Early in the season, we are having challenges, but we are conquering those challenges and getting the wins we need. Up next, on the road against Ball State, and this clip here is going to be a run for me, and then actually I left this in here because this kind of gives me flashbacks, because right here I'm like, oh, I don't want to get popped, and then I get popped, but I hold on to the ball. I don't fumble in this situation. And this is going to transition right into a big-time play. Again, I love guys that cut across the middle of the field. He gets it, immediately turns upfield, and nobody is going to stop him. He walks in for the touchdown, and we cruise to another win here against Ball State.
Every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams.
So in this game, there were really no highlight plays. I didn't throw for any touchdowns. 172 yards in the air, 25 on the ground for me. So I just decided to throw in the final score. We win again. Not a really exciting game, and we'll just keep it moving on to next week. We are on a huge winning streak rolling into this week, not only for the year, but if you date back to last season, I haven't lost a game in quite a while, and I know you know what is about to happen right there. He cuts across the middle of the field, and he cuts up and is in for the touchdown. I do it all the time. Looking for one more touchdown to close this game out, and I left this clip in because I want you to keep this clip in mind. I'm going to make an off back foot throw in for the touchdown. And I want you to think there's going to be a game coming up, a big game. I want you to think back to this play because I kind of do something similar, some off-season training maybe that allowed me to do that.
Workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that, just consistent.
We are at home versus Western Michigan, and we have a new number beside our team name. We're ranked 23rd in the nation right now, and here's another example of me doing those one-legged throws. That's not the clip I was referring to. That big game is still to come, but I'm feeling myself. And here is a prime example. I'm running in for this touchdown. Eastern Michigan, we're feeling hype. How high can we get in the rankings? We will just have to see. We win by the final of 42-14, and we're taking away some hardware. The Battle of Michigan MAC winners this year. Looking to go to 11-0, and we are now number 20. And being up to 20, we get a big-time statement win against Bowling Green. I go for 4 touchdowns. The running game is elite. Putting up 49 points is huge. We roll them, and we move to 11-0, looking to finish off the last week of the season perfect.
Eastern Michigan, quick strike through the air. Ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
Last regular season game on the road, looking to remain perfect, and I tried to throw a perfect pass, and the defender just sneaks underneath and picks it off, and it's not the start we need, and it's going to lead to us being down 10-3 here. This has been a season where we've been down in games. A lot of games we've been down in. You see I'm scrambling, and oh my gosh, that should have been probably a pick 6. He doesn't pick it because I'm playing on the easy mode, LOL, but he doesn't pick it, gives me a second chance. I'm going to run it, and here's your chance to think back when I said think of a clip, because this is it. An off-balance throw. My working with the baseball team in the offseason paid dividends there. I'm going to hand the ball off, hoping we can score here, and we do just that. He sneaks his way in, breaking tackles. We go up 17-10. We tack on a field goal later, and we win this one 20-10. We cap off the perfect season 12-0. Next week, or next few weeks, we'll look to defend our title hopes in the MAC. The championship game is on us, and this opening drive, we need to score first. We need to assert our dominance here, and it's a good start for us. These first few plays make nice, easy passes. We get the ball moving, and we are going to end up with a touchdown. You see here a nice deep pass to set us up, and the next play is going to provide us what we need, a nice touchdown to go up 7-0, to look to stay perfect and get, who knows, a pretty decent bowl game this year. If you see, Toledo is ranked 18th, we're ranked 17th, so we know this is going to be a good battle here in this title game. And here's a huge touchdown for us. We're going to go up 21-7, building an early lead. Hopefully we can keep tacking on against Toledo. Big plays need to start happening here late in this game. It's 21-14. I see my guy cutting across. I'm going to hit him. He tippy-toe taps right in front of the pylon. He stays in bounds. This play actually got reviewed. It was upheld, and that leads to this touchdown to go up 28-14. That was huge, 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 huge. Now it's 28-21. We need another big play. It's 3rd and 9. This can seal the game. I'm running in. I get popped, but I get the first down in the process, and that's going to ice this game. We win 28, and I said 28-21. I meant 28-22. We finish off another great game. We finish off a perfect season, and we're back-to-back MAC champions. We're looking to make a statement here in this bowl game to finish off our season. Here are the end of the year awards. Our coach wins Coach of the Year. Great to see that for him. And our defensive coordinator wins Coordinator of the Year. That's pretty surprising. I would have figured it would have been our offensive coordinator, but the DC gets Coordinator of the Year. Our defense was pretty good too. Obviously, we didn't lose a game, so defense has to show up. The kid out of Tennessee wins the Heisman. Congrats to him. And we're going to be playing in The Bahamas Bowl versus Buffalo. This is not quite as exciting as I wanted it to be. We already played Buffalo and beat them, and so this just doesn't really make me feel any certain type of way playing Buffalo in this scenario. Real quick, Clay, he's a boss. I told you that. He finished inside the top 5 in Heisman voting. Super proud of him. Now let's get on to this game versus Buffalo to finish out the year. Just a couple clips here. This is going to be, again, a passing touchdown to a guy cutting across the middle of the field. And then here later in the game, just one more touchdown to end off this year. We beat Buffalo pretty handily. Glad we got to come down to the Bahamas to play in this bowl, but not really as exciting as I wanted it to be. But we finish off the year, and this is my last game at Eastern Michigan. Next video, I'll be going somewhere else. Leave in the comments where that will be.